With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Thanks for joining us trackside once again, race fans here for the Wisconsin Grand Prix. That's right, the Milwaukee 80 kicking off live here from the Milwaukee Mile Speedway in New Ellis, Wisconsin. Gonna be a fast night of open wheel Lotus 79 action as these iSplash Retro Kart Series drivers get ready to fire things off for race number 5 here in season number 2. Going to be a hot and heavy one as we've seen 4 separate winners over the course of the first 4 races. It is going to be one heck of a championship run. Can't wait to see how it all pans out. But first, qualifying underway. How you doing? How you feeling out there in TV land, race fans? Glad you could all join us here tonight. As always, David the Cave bringing you all the calls from trackside. And speaking of qualifying, what do you say we throw some of those timing and scoring charts up to the left-hand side of your screen? Johnny Hamby, fast time here on track tonight. The 15 machine going to take the provisional pole with a 24.83. Quick time belongs to Hamby. As to nobody's surprise, Marcellus Bruning in that blonde bullet number 61 machine. Inside of the top 3 with his qualifying effort. Bill Smith with a solid top 5. Go at it here in qualifying. Just about 2 minutes remained for these drivers to try to lay down those fast times and see if anybody can dethrone Johnny Hamby at the front of the scoring charts. Hamby with that 24.83 holding down the provisional pole. Trey Mitt's gonna put the Scuderia Ferrari 35 top of the board. He's gonna snatch the pole by almost a full 1/10 of a second. So job well done. Big tip of the cap to Mitts as he snatches that pole position with just one driver remaining. Neil Canning yet to put in his time lap. And he's going to have a short go at it here. Stopwatch has the final 60 seconds beginning to tick away. So Canning, if he's going to want to get out there and try to take any type of spot here in the top 10, he's going to have to try to lay down a lap. And it doesn't look like there's any movement down there on pit lane for him to get out there on track. So that's going to do it for your qualifying session here tonight. Race number 5 in season number 2 of the Ice Splash Retro Kart Series. You're watching the Milwaukee 80. We're going to step away for a quick commercial break, head trackside, and then bring you your starting lineup. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back.
So proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave
And back live trackside after the flyover. Drivers crank the engines and get ready to set sail in tonight's Milwaukee 80. That's right, 80 miles. To decide if we're going to see another fresh face, a fifth different race winner here in season number 2, or will we see our first repeat winner? Only Johnny Hamby and Marcellus Bruning able to repeat here tonight. We'll see if either of those drivers can get the job done, and we'll set this field loose this time by. Drivers going to make their way out of turn number 4, and here we go to the Geico restart zone, and the Wisconsin Grand Prix are ready to fire off. Just like that, on the gas up through the gears, Mitz takes off. There goes Bruning on the bottom. Johnny Hamby going to give up 1 position on this restart already. 2, almost 3 wide through turn 1. Bruning way down deep on the bottom. Left sides underneath. That inside curbing. Side by side for the race lead battle for the top spot. Bruning going to go from 3rd to 1st on lap number 1 and take the spot away and walk away with the 3/10 second of an advantage. What a run there on lap 1 by Bruning. Very long race, though. You don't want to burn it up just yet. We'll see how these drivers continue to fare throughout the course of tonight's race. Tires will be big. Last time we visited Milwaukee, there was a little bit of a tire strategy game being played into a late race caution. Collected the field and got everybody gathered back up. Here we are, green flag racing. Lap number 3, halfway in the bag, back down the back stretch. Once again goes Bruning. Trey Mitz right there. Daryl Weininger picking up a position on the start of tonight's race. The 42 going to move in to a podium position. Stuck in traffic right where he started, right where he qualified, has Bill Smitham right behind him. Both of these drivers looking to gain a position, somehow stagnant so far through the first 4 laps. Hanlink and Smitham still continue to run 5th and 6th. Chris Brown back in 7th. Austin Tabbs in 8th, 9th place tonight. Here is Neil Canning picking up 2 positions on the start of tonight's race, tying Bruning with the most positions picked up. Still an early night, though. Still a long way to go. We'll see how this long green flag run shakes itself out. Who's pushing too hard, too early here at this wide open flat track, Milwaukee Mile. What a great speedway. Wish we could get some good racing back here at Milwaukee. If there's a foundation, if there's a donation place somewhere out there to bring Milwaukee back, let us know. We'll get the links out there on the streams and try to make something like that happen. Because, I mean, Milwaukee, one of the good old school field tracks. I say old school, kind of went away in the mid to late 90s and just kind of faded from obscurity there. But glad to see him back here on the iRacing platform. The iSplash Retro Kart League's Wisconsin Grand Prix here from the Milwaukee Mile Speedway. Marcellus Bruning out front, leading by 1.2. The 61 Blonde Bullet Machine started in 3rd, grabbed the top spot on the opening lap, and has begun to set sail. Trey Mitz from 1st back to 2nd. Mitz looks like he's content running the speed and the pace. Stopwatch doesn't look too far off those times, running by your race leader. So Mitz right there with him, just holding serve in 2nd. Daryl Weininger going to pick up 1 position in his Miller High Life 42. Started back in 1st. Weininger able to grab a podium spot on lap number 1 as well. A good pickup on the start of tonight's race, and Weininger finds himself in 3rd. Johnny Hamby going to slide back from 2nd to 4th on the start of tonight's race and just kind of settle in that RCA 15. Johnny Hamby still in contention very early here tonight. Only 10 laps in the bag. We've still got a long night of racing ahead of us, and a lot of drivers may be struggling with grip here shortly. In the meantime, tell you what, why don't we look around the track? I tell you what, let's go right here. Onboard camera shot looking over that left front tire. Darrell Weininger running in that third position. Austin Dabbs back in traffic. There you can see we'll join Dabbs back in 8th, digging, trying to get there to Chris Brown. Ooh, gonna wash way up the track on exit. That could have been a big moment there. Unfortunately enough, he's gonna be able to keep it out of that outside wall. We'll switch cameras here. Beautiful camera shot here. Get to look at these drivers really working the wheel, especially through these corners. We'll see how smooth Dabbs' hands are on the wheel this time around. 1 and 2 looks a little twitchy for him there. We'll join Christopher Hamlin going down into turns 3 and 4. Nice smooth pull on the wheel. And Hamlin looks like he's got a nice ride early here tonight from the Milwaukee Mile. And we'll jump back outside of the car, trying to bring you some of the battles that are developing out there on the track. Neil Canning and Austin Dabbs, they've begun to run down each other. Chris Brown not too far off in the distance. Drivers almost a quarter of the way through tonight's race, and gaps beginning to develop between your podium drivers and the rest of the field. Johnny Hamby losing some time here. He's going to drop back about 2.5 seconds away from Darrell Weininger. So those top three, Brony, Mitz, and Weininger, stretching their legs here. Now, the more these front three get out, the more they can protect themselves from that undercut. You're going to have to make some sort of pit stop here at some point in time. So undercuts, a big strategy in open wheel racing, IndyCar, Formula E. You can also look at it over there in Formula 1, Formula 2 as well, F3. I mean, you name it, any type of open wheel action. And you can expect to see some undercuts. NASCAR uses it every now and again. You know, you can find somebody willing to come in super early or about 10 to 12 laps earlier than most would be coming, and that undercut really going to show up there. But if you can gap the field, the time gained with that undercut kind of just evens itself right back out. So there's going to be real no gains here. Looking at the stopwatch, anybody outside of that top 6 is in danger of being outside of that short pit, that undercut window. Neil Canning, great start here tonight so far for Canning. Let's go take a look at this 41 machine. Canning doing a fine job here. Up 4 positions from where he qualified. Remember, Canning did not even get a qualifying lap in, so he started tail end of the field. Shotgun Sally back in 11th. As you can see, somehow our qualifying car is what we like to call it, cutoff car, if you want to say so. Somehow transponder working in it and registering us for tonight's event, but we were just getting a few laps to feel what these drivers feel. And these cars do get a little twitchy. We're right in that window where the rear end starts to get pretty light. Those rear tires start to not like the grip anymore. Whoa, there it is in the background. Austin Dabbs going to go around. Austin Dabbs off track down. Looks like no contact for Dabbs, but he does go off track. We're going to take a look back as we stay green flag racing here. What happened to Austin in that 2 machine? We're going to wait to see if he pulls that thing to pit road. No, he's going to stay out on track, so let's take a look at the replay. Ooh, up the track, and little tap. Yeah, little tap to that left front. Left front going to make some contact. The Texaco star number 2 of Austin Dabbs going to have some trouble and into that inside wall after the contact. Was able to drive away. Keep an eye on this left front. Let's see if we can go back to it there. And you see a little bit of crinkle, little bit of damage there, right center of your camera. You can see it. It's pushed up, bent in a little bit. He's going to have to fix that before that compounds itself into some big time problems. No, and Trey Mitz has trouble on the track. Caution flag flies. Oh no. The driver that sat on the pole position has trouble here on lap number 22. Let's go check the replay. Looks like we're getting a thumbs up. We've got that one. So let's go high above the track and check out the replay from the drone cam. There you can see down into the corner goes Mitz. The back end of the car just starts to come around. Does he make contact with any? No contact with anything. So, I don't want to say no harm, no foul. He's going to lose a handful of positions, but no contact, very significant in these open wheel machines. And I don't want to say I told you so, but I kind of told you, now's that time. Those tires, the rear tires, are starting to give up the grip. Now's the time that drivers are going to start sliding a little bit. Those tires just being angry at you, and they're going to be struggling with that grip through the center of the corner. And there it was. Fast man, week in, week out, 35 of Trey Mitz going to have a self-inflicted spin through turns 1 and 2, and he's going to give up a handful of positions. We'll stay under caution for at least one more lap around. Looks like we do have a few takers on pit road. 41 of Neil Cannon, 37 of Chris Brown. They're going to head to pit road, get some fuel and tires. Taking a look to see if that 83 of Crumley is able to get himself a lap back. If there's a wave around opportunity here, as we should receive the one to go this time around. Austin Dabbs going to be heading to pit lane. Johnny Hamby going to move out of a podium position. He's going to come to pit road this time around. Gregory Hare also going to come to pit road. Some more drivers diving down pit lane. As field given the peace sign, 2 to go. We'll get back racing here in just a short 2 laps. Just past the quarter of the waypoint, we've had 2 race leaders, but 1 dominant car out front. Marcellus Bruning grabbed the top spot on the opening lap and just begin to set sail from there. Trey Mitz, your pole sitter, dropped to second, had some trouble, brought the first caution out here tonight, and Mitz will restart in 5th without fresh tires. I mean, that's the thing. It just had a spin, so you know the grip is lacking. And then a big slide, big spin, that's going to eat up some more of that rubber, so interesting strategy here to see Mitz staying out on track and not coming down and getting those 4 Firestones. To give himself kind of a shot to work his way through the field. Neil Cannon going to rejoin the field. Back in 6th, Chris Brown in 7th. Johnny Hamby takes 8th. Gregory Hare in 9th. Jason Crumley and Austin Dabbs continue to stay 1 lap down. These drivers are going to need a caution to give themselves an outside opportunity, and we're going to get ready to drop the hammer once again here from the Milwaukee Mile. That's right, you're watching the iSplash Retro Kart Series. Field works their way off of turn number 4. Pace car down and away on the gas, and green flag flies. Once again, here from the Milwaukee Mile, everybody chasing after Bruning, heading into turns 1 and 2. Bruning with a good solid start, and he's going to set sail down the backstretch. These drivers all chasing him. They've got their work cut out of them. For me here tonight. Darrell Weiner, you're right there running in second. Bill Smith, I'm going to move into a podium position. Christopher Hamlink right there in 4th. Side-by-side racing action. Back here is Trey Mitz. There you can see Mitz after the spin sitting in 5th, looking for a position or 2. Neil Cannon, Chris Brown, they're going to go 2-3 wide for a moment. We're doubled up 2 rows deep, heading down out of turn number 2. Now back into 3. They'll sort it on out, and Johnny Hamby going to take a position away and grab a spot from Canning, as Canning going to move to 7th. Chris Brown back in 8th. Gregory Ayer in 9th. Battle in the back gets figured out. We go side by side with, I believe that is Hare and Crumley going side by side, 9th and 10th. Battle inside of the top 5. We'll take a look right here as Marcellus Bruni going to lay down the fastest lap of the race here tonight at 24:44. Fast lap here in race trim, and with old tires and a lighter car due to the fuel burn off there. Bruning showing some strength. Hamlin wanting to close back in, get himself into a position where he has a chance to strike for a top spot. Eyeballing the podium right now in his 82 machine. Hamlin sits in 4th. Close racing action here at the front of the field in the Wisconsin Grand Prix, live from the Milwaukee Mile. Let's go take a look off of the tail end of Hamlin's number 82 machine. How about that? A good look back at the Scuderia Ferrari 35 of Trey Mitz as they work their way through 1 and 2. A little closer action right here. Take a look back. You can see off of the 42 of Darrell Weininger. That's Bill Smitham in the 55 machine. Great run here by Smitham. Grab himself a podium opportunity. Trey Mitz also in the background. Great camera shots. Great work here by everybody in the crew. We do appreciate each and every one of the drivers, crews, and teams that allowed us to put some of these great onboard camera shots out there on track on the cars with these drivers tonight to bring you some great racing action. And look at right there, Trey Mitz trying to pick up a position. Didn't quite have the run he wanted. Pulled right back in behind Hamlin and then back to the bottom of the racetrack. And he's going to go side by side. Drag race into turn 3. Drag race no more out of turn 3 off of the bottom. He'll wash up to the top of the track, grab that 4th spot away, so move Mitz back to 4th as he begins to hunt the front on much older, more abused tires here. Amazing to see how well Mitz is able to keep that car underneath him. Marcellus Bruni walking away from the field at the front. 2, almost 3-second advantage battle right here on track is between the 2nd and 3rd place runners. Weininger and Smitham going at it. Lap number 36 on the board, knocking on the door of the halfway point. Bit of a wiggle there by Weininger off of 2. We'll start to see drivers possibly begin to head towards pit road here very shortly. And this is where it's going to be tough for these drivers at the front. I mean, we had a handful. Johnny Hamby in the 15. Almost into the outside wall goes Weininger once again. Turn 2 is his trouble spot. We've seen that Miller High Life. 42 almost into the outside wall in 2 out of the past 3 laps here. We'll keep our eye on that one as we continue to mention that RCA 15 of Johnny Hamby. Back in 6th right now. A little bit ways behind the race leader. You can see an 8-second differential right now. But he has much fresher tires. Only 14 lap old tires there for Hamby. So he may be trying to stretch this on out here. Not really push those new tires. That way he can keep himself that much faster. And then the front of the field, your top 5, they've all got to come to pit road. They have yet to hit pit road for those Firestones or some fuel. And whoa, we got one around, and it looks like it's Trey Mitz again. The Scuderia Ferrari's going to have some more trouble. Tough break here tonight, and it's going to be out of turn number 2. Hard lick out of turn 2 for Trey Mitz. We'll take a look back at the replay here. And just missing it there. There it is. Right there. Corner exit and around he goes. Big time lick there for Mitz. We'll take one more look at it here. Let's see if we can't get that better camera angle. And the car just snaps around on him. Trouble earlier here with a self spin, and it's going to snap around on him in the same corner, and Mitt's going to be heading to pit road, and he may have a lengthy stay after that one. Front of the field, top 5 are going to come down pit road. Johnny Hamby, as could be expected. There you can see that RC815 machine strategy unfolds his way. He gets what he was looking for. He gets to grab the top spot. But he's only going to have Gregory Hare behind him that came to pit road back on lap 24. So now he's the one with the old tires on the track. Marcellus Bruning, we've seen a great run by Bruning on the start of tonight's race to grab the top spot. He's going to have just about 20 lap fresher tires. Look for Bruning, Weininger, Smitham, Hamlin, all to possibly make some big moves here in these opening few laps after the restart. Man, crazy good racing action. Second caution of the evening here, coming just past the halfway point. Will slow things down to a crawl as Crumley gonna head to pit road. Gregory Hare gonna head to pit road as well. And that's gonna move Bruning right there behind Hamby. That's gonna be, he's gonna have his hands full here to keep himself at the front of the field. But Hamby, no slouch. Don't make no mistake about it. Hamby's a wheel man for sure. We'll see how he goes here this next time around when we drop the green flag. The Wisconsin Grand Prix, the Milwaukee 80, live here from the Milwaukee Mile Speedway. That's right, the Ice Splash Retro Kart Series firing things off tonight. Race number 5. Glad you could all join us here tonight. If you haven't already, show these drivers some love, some support. Let them know you enjoy all the open wheel action they bring to you each and every Friday night right here on your Turn 3 Racing Network. If you haven't already, as we said, show these drivers some love and be sure you drop them that thumbs up while you're at it. Click subscribe, smash the bell over there on the right hand side, get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's myself, David the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters. We do appreciate each and every one of you. Without you, there would be no us, and there is no rush because it's about to go down once again. Pace car lights are off. We're ready to fire things off once again here from the Milwaukee Mile, just past the halfway point. Your third race leader of the evening, Johnny Hamby, going to stay out on old tires and look for some help, look for a caution, look for something to happen here. Hamby going to have his hands full. Marcellus Bruning, dominant car tonight, going to reline up in second. Darrell Weininger back in third. Bill Smitham fourth on the restart, with Christopher Hamlin rounding out your top 5. Down and away goes the pace car on the gas, and green flag flies. Once again, we're back underway. Lap 44 goes on the board. Marcellus Bruning back in second, looking for a way around Hamby. Great start there from your race leader. Older tires keeping him under him, but here comes Bruning. Bruning with a run down into turn 2. He's going to stay. He's going to stay behind him here, and we're going to look behind. Let's see if we can't get a better camera shot here. Which one? There it is, boys. Look at the man doing work inside of his cockpit. Marcellus Bruning sitting in second, trying to grab that top spot away. Not quite able to do it just yet. Battle's going on here at the front. Battle's going on near the rear. Christopher Hamlin trying to gain some positions, trying to grab a spot away. We'll go on board here. Up front camera shot with Hamlin off of 4. back to the front. Big battle for the race lead. Bruning having to take the long way around. Not able to grab the spot away from Hamley Cole. Both drivers have a little issue off of turn 4. They'll keep it out of the wall and out of each other. Head back down in turns 1 and 2. Close open wheel action here off of 2. Bruning goes wide. Keeps it smashed on the pedal. Around the outside, power move, but not going to work out. Here comes Hamby back to the bottom of the racetrack. He'll pull even, nose ahead off of the corner exit. Big run off of the corner for Bruning, and he's going to grab that spot at the line. Move Marcellus back to the point. Official lap led there by Bruning, and he indeed becomes the driver going to walk away with the most laps led here tonight, sitting on the fastest time of the race as well. So Bruning trying to pick up all the points he can. Battle between two previous race winners tonight. Looks like it could be the night we see our first repeat winner. Or could we see drivers that have tasted victory lane end up with a situation here? And it looks like Hamby just struggles for a little grip there over that last lap and a half, and there you can see the gap already developing. Those fresh tires for Bruning allows him to step away half a second advantage as they head back into turn number 3. Hamby starting to lose some ground. Weininger and Smitham separate themselves from each other. Battle on track back here for a spot just outside of your top 5. We'll take a look at this one unfold. There's Chris Brown and his 37 machine. Neil Cannon still working his way up through the field. That target 3M Scotch machine, the 41 on 4 positions. He's your biggest mover here tonight. He's going to start in that 11th position and now looks for 6th. Whoa, close through the center of 3 and 4, but Canning going to get the position and move to 6th. Great run for him. Meanwhile, up in 3rd, take a look here. I had some of our onboard camera shots. And guys, did that camera feed go? I believe we've lost a camera here tonight. I believe it's sitting somewhere down in the infield right now, so we do apologize about the camera shots missing here, but nonetheless, we'll keep this thing fired up and going here. Lap number 54 on the board. Long green flag run to open tonight's race, then a short little stint to our second caution of the evening. We've been back green flag racing for over 10 laps. Drivers going at it. Everybody has made at least that one stop necessary. Bruning at the halfway point, so he'll be able to, or should be able to, continue the rest of the night out there on the track. So drivers going to have to find some long run speed here, it appears, unless we have one of those late race cautions that could change the game. We'll see if anything goes down. We'll see if anything happens as we continue to watch tonight's Wisconsin Grand Prix unfold before our eyes. 25 to go last time around as we ride with the RCA 15 machine of Johnny Hamby. You can see him, he's holding serve here. I mean, gotta give a tip of the cap to this gentleman. Almost 20 lap older tires than Bruning, and he's able to stay with him. And there it is. That's what Hamby needed. He needed a late race caution, and oh no, the 37 Chris Brown. Tough luck here tonight for Brown, and it looks like he's going to be involved in this latest incident. So let's go to the replay. Let's see what happened here from the turn 3 drone cam. There's the 37 of Brown into the corner, and there it is. Center off. Car just gets a little loose. One driver down to the bottom of the racetrack, avoiding him. No troubles, no harm, no foul. Self inflicted wounds and a self-spin here tonight for Chris Brown. Going to bring us under caution for the third time here tonight as we join the field live once again with Marcellus Bruning at the front. Caution number 3 here in the Wisconsin Grand Prix. And we're going to take this moment and opportunity to step away, pay a few bills. You know how that goes. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back. And thanks for joining us back live trackside here from the Milwaukee Mile Speedway. The iSplash Retro Kart Series firing things off here for season number 2. Race number 5 well and underway. Only 20 laps remain. With a dominating blonde bullet number 61 front of the field. Johnny Hamby right behind him. Darrell Weininger will restart in third. Bill Smitham, Christopher Hamley round out your top 5 for this latest restart. We've seen the Trey Mitts have trouble for a second time. Another spin. Oh, I apologize. He had a second spin to bring out the second caution. Latest caution coming out from the 37 of Chris Brown. Self-induced spin. And we're going to get ready to fire things off with less than 20 to go. It's going to be a barn burner to the end. Can Bruning step away on the restart? Hamby going to have a restart of his night. Over 20 lap older tires for the driver in that 15 machine. So as the pace car ducks off, we're going to fire off and green flag flies. Oh, once again here from the Milwaukee Mile. Only 20 laps remain. 20 miles for these Lotus 79 drivers to try to find some extra speed, some extra horsepower. Bruning already out to a half a second advantage. Darrell Weininger trying to run down Hamby for that second position. Weininger with a great showing here tonight. Inside of your podium spots, great run here by Bill Smitham. Christopher Hamlin, 4th and 5th on the restart. They stay 4th and 5th with Hamlin trying to run down Smitham, who's in front of him. We'll take a look from above the driver's helmet. You can see just how abrasive this surface is here. A lot of vibration inside of the cockpit, and Hamlin trying to run down Smitham just about a half a second. Separates these two drivers. Your top 5, 2.3 seconds separate your top 5. So everybody right there within striking distance. We've seen drivers struggle with late run grip, especially through the center of the corners. You could hear a little bit of a downshift, I believe that was. There it is, upshift just at the start-finish line. There it is, there's the downshift. Christopher Hamlin shifting gears here tonight. We'll take a look and find out what your race leader, Marcellus Bruning's doing. And I believe that was the downshift as well. We'll listen to get up through the gears here. But no, Bruning's going to keep it in that high gear. He's not going to downshift. Just a nice little tap on the throttle and then slowly squeezes back into it and keeps himself stepping away from the field out front. Marcellus Bruning leads by a half a second, looking for, whoa, and there it is, trouble off of 2, and Bruning hard impact with the outside wall. Everybody's gonna avoid him, and oh, just as we were talking about him doing a fine job, and it looks like there is definitely some big time issues there for Bruning. Looks like the car having a little bit of trouble turning. Yes, indeed, wheels sitting askew. Let's go to the drone cam for this view. High above the racetrack, down into turns 1 and 2. There it is, center off, starts to get a little twitch. It into the outside wall with the right rear and up and almost over he goes. Bill Smitham able to slide through on the bottom and avoid any contact there. So great job by a handful of guys. As we'll look at this one more time off of the exit of turn number 2. Here we go. And that is just a tough hit. Tough lick for a dominant man at the front of the field. Johnny Hamby going to inherit the race lead. So that's going to give us about our 6th different lead change here tonight amongst 3 different drivers. Your pole sitter, inside of his Scuderia Ferrari 35, Trey Mitz, out of tonight's race, involved in 2 self-induced spins. And Mitz is going to be relegated out of tonight's race. So your pole sitter back behind the wall, heading to the hauler. And out of tonight's race, Austin Dabbs has a spin and has some trouble. The 2 machine slight contact with the left front, and Dabbs has been trying to fight his way back ever since, but now listed 5 laps down. Bruning dominating, fastest lap of the race, has led the most laps of the race and will lead the most laps of the race. Finds himself on pit road, crew thrashing away, but there is short time to go. We're only going to have about 10 laps when we go back. Green flag racing, and Bruning going to be looking at a spot outside of the top 5, multiple laps down here when we go back. Green flag racing. So just like that, it can happen in the blink of an eye, and Bruning gonna lose a lot of points off of that one. Johnny Hamby gonna inherit the race lead. Now Darrell Weininger gonna restart in 2nd. Bill Smitham back in 3rd. Christopher Hamlin now in 4th, with Neil Canning breaking into the top 5 for the first time here tonight for the 41. So a good effort here by the 41, unfortunately on somebody else's misfortunes, but nonetheless Canada take it. He's going to move into the top 5. Field going to get the one to go this time around. Caution number 4 on the evening here in tonight's Milwaukee 80. You're watching the Wisconsin Grand Prix, presented to you by iSplash, the iSplash Retro Kart Series. Yeah, we've seen 4 cautions, 4 self spins. Nobody getting into each other, just drivers struggling with that rear grip. We talked about it early in tonight's race. We've mentioned it multiple times. It's that center off, and it looked like Bruning felt the car starting to go, had a bit of a twitch down there on the bottom, and just unfortunately unable to catch it into the outside wall, and that's going to put us under caution for the fourth time here tonight. Just a tough break to see that happen to somebody that was dominating tonight's race in pretty much all aspects, and a tough night here for Bruni. He's going to walk away from the track wondering what if. Well, now that we've got the ifs and buts out to get if we've got the ifs and buts out the way, we'll get ready to get underway again. Can Johnny Hamby shock them all and walk away with the victory with older tires? Trying to catch his Weininger sleeping on the start there. Hamby able to step away 0.3 of a second by the time he walks out of turn number 2. Your top 2 open up a gap over Bill Smith and Christopher Hamlin, who battle for 3rd and 4th. Final spot inside the podium now highly contested, as we've got another one that wants to throw his name in the mix. There's Neil Cannon. Cannon following suit, looking for a way around. Hamlin under heavy fire here from the Hamlin. Oh my goodness, this is going to get good. We've got 2 battles to watch. We're going to jump around here, trying to bring you all that we can as drivers make their way back through turn number 1. 7 laps remaining here from Milwaukee. Less than 7 miles to go. Think about that. That's just a quick ride to your local grocery store. And Johnny Hamby has just got to hold on for 6 more laps. 24 more corners. Can he do it? Can he get the job done? 16 lap older tires than the drivers behind him. And Hamby trying to hold on and walk away with his 2nd race win of the season. Be the first driver to accomplish multiple wins. Will he get it done in race number 5? Hamby hoping so, as he shows the way back off of 4. Weininger trying to run him down. Bill Smitham looks like he's starting to slowly reel in those top 2 drivers, able to step away a little bit from Christopher Hamlin. Neil Canning losing some time. He's going to stay in that 5th position, but losing a little bit of ground to the drivers in front. Off of 4, final 4 to go. We're watching the drivers inside of your top 4. So a 444, write it down, use it as your lottery number. I think that's the first time we've ever had that one go. Yeah, we're going to use those as the pick 3, I'm just saying. Johnny Hamby back into turn 3 and 4, continuing to lead tonight's race. 0.2 of a second advantage as he works his way off of 4. Back across the stripe. 3 miles remain here in the Wisconsin Grand Prix, the Milwaukee Mile. Excitement all night long. Green flag runs mixed in with a little bit of self-spin here and there. You gotta have a little salt and pepper across a race. You know how it is sometimes. But all off of turn 4. Out front, Johnny Hamby continues to show the way, but Weininger starting to heat him up. Popsicle sticks on display last time around for your race leader, and Darrell Weininger starting to reel him in. But I think the trouble's going to come here by Bill Smitham. Smitham starting to wind up and starting to catch these guys in front. We'll work our way off of 4. White flag will fly. Final lap here in the Milwaukee 80 as drivers make their way through turns 1 and 2. Weininger looking for a run on the high side. Out of 2, we'll run down the back stretch, chasing him, looking for a spot on the bottom. Watching him from across the track into turn number 4. Here comes Weininger looking for the position off of turn number 4, and Johnny Hamby gonna lead him across the stripe. Checkered flag flies here. What a run to the end. Darrell Weininger gave it all he had. Bill Smitham with an opportunity to try to improve his position. He's going to end up settling for 3rd. But how about the man right here inside of that 15 machine? Older tires, but getting the job done. Johnny Hamby going to grab his 2nd victory here in season number 2. What a run, what a night there by Hamby. He's going to be able to breathe a little easy as we head into Road America next week. We'll bring the car to the front stretch, give the fans in the stands a little bit of a smoke show, maybe some post-race celebrations, and as he enjoys this race win, we're going to step away for just a brief moment, get things set up and ready to go for your post-race interviews. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back. And back live trackside at the conclusion of tonight's Wisconsin Grand Prix. The Milwaukee 80 did not disappoint. We had some late race drama. Dominating driver here tonight. Self-induced spin contact with the outside wall took Marcellus Bruning from that race lead and handed it over to your eventual race winner, walking away with his second victory of the season. We're going to catch up now in victory lane with your race winner inside of that 15 machine. Johnny, it's Dave. How you feeling after that win? Well, walk us. Walk us through a little bit of that strategy to come to pit road so early. We've seen most of the field stay out right around that halfway point. When was it that you and the crew truly decided and settled on that strategy?
It was the last minute audible. I even skipped the first lap through, and the second time around, I thought, you know what? I'm not great on ovals. Sometimes the fastest car doesn't win. I'm going to try something different, and hopefully it works. And I got a little lucky.
Well, sometimes you gotta have a little bit of luck on your side, and sometimes that strategy is exactly the way to win. Here tonight, looks like you were the only driver on that strategy, so a great call and a way to stick to it. This is more importantly going to give you a good shot in the point standings I believe he came into tonight's race sitting inside of the top 5 securely here, but you're going to gain a little bit of ground on Bruning, who had a tough night and a tough run. He's going to finish outside of the top 10, but second race win, 5 races in. How tough has it been to get back to victory lane?
Considering some of the quality of guys coming in here, especially on the roadside, that's where I usually excel. But we've had Sandman, Marcellus is always tough. Um, it's been hard. Again, I think it was a little bit of strategy and a little bit of luck tonight. I hate it for Marcellus. I don't like to win that way. He just said he kind of the rears just stepped out on him and he couldn't save it. But I will take it.
Well, sometimes you got to take them how they come and take them when they come. It's going to be your second checkered flag of the season, so congratulations on a great performance here tonight, walking away with the top spot in the checkered flag. Before we let you go and celebrate your rest of the Friday night away, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home or at the shop?
Yeah, thanks to Marcellus for putting this on. I know it's a labor of love, but it is some work. We all enjoy, all of us guys that are regulars enjoy it a lot. Thanks for a great broadcast, and I'd like to thank my wife for letting me come out and play on Friday evenings.
All right, Johnny. Well, as always, it's a pleasure catching up with you at the end of these things. We'll see if you can't get yourself back on a podium next week at a Road America. But until then, my friend, stay safe and keep it fast.
Yes, sir. Thanks, Dave.
All right, there you go. Final few words for the man on screen. That's a look at the driver inside of his office. He put in the work, he got the job done, and Johnny Hamby gonna walk away with the checkered flag here tonight from the Milwaukee Mile. What a race, what a night here we had yet again with these Lotus 79 drivers week in, week out. They continue to prove why they are some of the best open wheel drivers out there. And as the music begins to play in the background, producers ready to get things underway. So we'll wrap it up here tonight. You know the sounds. You know it's time for us to give you your unofficial race results in the Milwaukee 80. Walking away with the top spot, checkered flag in hand inside of his RCA 15. Johnny Hamby grabs the checkered flag. Darrell Weininger with a great run. The 42 is going to finish in second, back in third, finishing out the podium here tonight. The Carolina Classic himself. That's right, the 55 of Bill Smitham. Fourth place belongs to Christopher Hamlink with Neil Cannon coming home in fifth. Sitting in sixth tonight, the 37 has a spin but finishes right where he qualified here tonight. Chris Brown going to finish in sixth. Seventh place belongs to the 98 of Gregory Hare with Jason Crumley, bringing that 83 machine up into eighth. Austin Dabbs early race trouble here tonight. He's going to finish multiple laps down. The 2 machine finishes in ninth. Dominating driver here tonight. Marcellus Bruning has late race trouble and finishes in 10th. Trey Mitz out early here tonight. Your pole sitter walks away with 11th place of points. Tough run, tough night for him. That's going to do it for us. We're going to cut off the lights and roll up the cords. But first, if you haven't already, show these drivers some love and appreciation. As always, make sure you drop that thumbs up. That's right. Join us in that push to 3,000 subscribers. As always, drop these drivers a thumbs up. Click subscribe, smash the bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Whether it's myself, Dave the Cave, or anybody else back at the headquarters, we do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by. So until then, stay safe, stay loved, my friends, and until next time, we'll meet you in Turn 3.